Hello everybody, Diddy back again, another video. Carlos Alcaraz is out. Carlos Alcaraz has been knocked out from Wimbledon 2022 in the fourth round from Jannik Sinner. Majority of the people had Carlos Alcaraz as the favorite to win this match. I personally didn't have Carlos Alcaraz on my top 8 favorite list when the Wimbledon started 10 days ago, 1 week ago. I actually had 3 players from the top 10 ranking in the world which I didn't choose to have in my top 8 favorite list when Wimbledon started. Those 3 were Casper Ruud, he crashed out in the second round, no surprise. Expected that. Stefan Tsitsipas crashed out in the third round, no surprise. Expected that. And the third player who is top 10 in the world, which I didn't have in my Wimbledon top 8 favorite list before Wimbledon started, was Carlos Alcaraz. I didn't believe in him in the beginning of the tournament. I thought that he had a really dangerous and difficult first round opponent in Struff. He survived that one in 5 sets. And then he played really flawless tennis in the second round, won his straight sets. And then also played a flawless tennis match in the third round and also won that third round match in straight sets. So after seeing Carlos Alcaraz 3 matches where he does in 3 matches 149 winners and 68 unforced errors in his 3 first matches, he does 81 more winners than unforced errors in his first 3 matches. Inter did the mistake and changed his mind. Going into this match against Jannik Sinner, I let Jannik Sinner down. I changed my opinion. I changed my prediction. And I thought more in Carlos Alcaraz than Jannik Sinner. Despite that I actually had Jannik Sinner on my top 8 favorite list going into this Wimbledon. He is on my number 6 place. You who have seen that video knows it. I did the mistake and changed my mind. I usually almost never change my predictions, but I did it in this case. And that was a mistake. I admit this. But can you blame me, my tennis fans all around the world? Carlos Alcaraz was showing superior tennis. Like I said, in his first 3 matches, 149 winners and only 68 unforced errors. 81 more winners than unforced errors. How can I close my eyes for that kind of a murderous good tennis? I cannot deny that he played really great tennis the first 3 rounds, Carlos Alcaraz. And he fooled me. Because in the 4th round against Jannik Sinner, he got defeated in 4 sets. You who have seen this match between Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz know the result by now. Carlos Alcaraz lost in 4 sets. Lost the first one 6-1. He came out on the court really flat. Didn't know, he looked lost in that court. Jannik Sinner steamrolled him in the first set 6-1. Then Jannik Sinner won the second as well. And then third, they went toe-to-toe until the tiebreak. A tiebreak where Jannik Sinner actually should have won. He had 2 match points in that tiebreak, if I'm not mistaken. But in the end, all credit to Carlos Alcaraz for never giving up, for showing great attitude and won that tiebreak 10-8. But in the fourth set, Carlos Alcaraz went down in level again, dropped his level. Jannik Sinner stayed more in his level. Carlos dropped his level, especially in one service game where he just acted Santa Claus and said to Jannik Sinner, you know what, Jannik, I am feeling do you have a red hat on the other side of the net? Please give it to me. I want to put that hat on my head. And he did exactly that and gave away one service game to Jannik Sinner with a bunch of errors in that game. And Jannik Sinner broke. And Jannik Sinner never looked back and won that 4th set 6-3. Jannik Sinner was not superior himself. He was just the more clutch player, the more consistent player, the more solid player. If you look at the stats, Jannik Sinner serves 57% first serves in. That is not a higher number of first serves. Didn't matter. he won 74% of those first points won. 74% of the first serves of those points, Jannik Sinner won. 66 of the second serve points, Jannik Sinner won. Of the second serve points won, Jannik Sinner wins 66%. Carlos Alcaraz landed more first serves in, 67% first serves in. Didn't matter. He didn't win more first serve points won more than Jannik Sinner. He won only 65% of his first serve points. 65%. Why? He never found the spots. He was not finding the spots. Jannik Sinner was finding the spots much better than Carlos Alcaraz. And Jannik Sinner was doing a much better match in the serve plus forehand backhand game than Carlos Alcaraz. Jannik Sinner did a much better serve plus forehand backhand game in the third, fourth and fifth shot. And Jannik Sinner was finding the spots much better than Carlos Alcaraz. Carlos Alcaraz never did find those spots. And that's why Carlos, even though he served more first serves in than Jannik Sinner, he won only 65% of his first serve. In the second serve department, Carlos Alcaraz wins 58% of his second serves, which is a pretty high number, to be quite honest. Jannik Sinner, even higher, 66% he wins of his second serve. 66%. Why is that? Jannik Sinner was much better from a baseline. Jannik Sinner felt much more comfortable from a baseline. Jannik Sinner didn't mind going in long exchanges because he knew, I just extend the rallies, and in the end, this dude will make an unforced error. An unforced error he did. Carlos Alcaraz did 39 unforced errors and 33 winners only. So Carlos Alcaraz does 6 more unforced errors than winners. On the other hand, Jannik Sinner, he also did a lot of unforced errors. 41 unforced errors and 35 winners only. So Jannik Sinner also does 6 more unforced errors than winners. So if you look at the unforced error winner stat, they are similar, guys. 6 more unforced errors than winners from Carlos Alcaraz's racket, 6 more unforced errors than winners from Jannik Sinner's racket. The biggest difference here was Jannik Sinner was the more clutcher player. Jannik Sinner, he took his opportunities. Jannik Sinner had 12 breakpoint opportunities. He converted in 4 of them. Carlos Alcaraz, he had 7 breakpoint opportunities. He didn't convert in any of them. If you don't take your opportunities in tennis, you lose tennis matches, my tennis friends all around the world. Simple as that. Tennis is not a very complicated sport. Just ask Roger Federer, for God's sakes. How many tennis matches has he lost? Well, he has had a bunch of breakpoint opportunities. He has not converted, especially against his 2 big chief rivals, Nadal and Djokovic. How many times have we seen Roger Federer winning more points than his opponent, but still losing the matches? Why? He has not won the biggest points. Carlos Alcaraz did kind of similar here. He didn't win more points than his opponent in the entire match, but he didn't take his opportunities. 7 breakpoint opportunities, and he didn't convert in any of them. Jannik Sinner was much clutcher than Carlos Alcaraz, and that was the biggest difference in this match. Besides that, Jannik Sinner was more solid, more consistent from the baseline than Carlos Alcaraz. Carlos Alcaraz, we should stop hyping this dude now. Hyping Carlos Alcaraz should be now enough. We hyped him at French Open. Many people believe that he was the man to beat at French Open. For sure, not me. Absolutely not. I never had that opinion that Carlos Alcaraz was the man to beat at French Open. I know that some of my subscribers had that opinion. They were dead wrong. He was never the man to beat at French Open. Here at Wimbledon, nobody has said that he is the man to beat. But some tennis people around the world has hyped him a lot. We should stop hype this guy. He's reminding me about a young Alexander Zverev. Alexander Zverev used to be really hyped when he was 19, 20 years old, like Carlos is. Carlos is 19 years old. And he almost always lost early stages in the Grand Slams. He used to be great in the three sets tournaments and was winning a couple of Masters when he was young, exactly like Carlos has done as well. He has won 2 Masters 1000 titles in his young career. But Carlos Alcaraz is not doing deep runs at majors, guys. Carlos Alcaraz is not doing big damage at majors, my tennis friends all around the world. Carlos Alcaraz is not going deep in majors, my tennis friends all around the world. Stop with hyping in Carlos Alcaraz. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, get on the subscribe and see you next time. Peace.